Okay, branches. Now the time has come to draw branches. So you're going to do 3 phases of this assignment. And the first phase is not this. This is the final phase, phase 3. But this is what you're working towards. These are fairly quick examples. I want you to get them up to this quality at least, or better. But this is kind of what you're shooting for in general. This is similar to phase 5 of the last rock assignment, where you're really putting all of the geometry together to kind of create a more realistic branch. So this is the first phase, which is cylindrical construct, and basically I want you to put your branch down so that you see it on a angled general axis, and then to construct it based on cylinders, where you're putting the cylinders together in a way that's indicating direction. And then you put the next one there and you say, I'm going down, and then you can attach this one and say, well, it's going up. And this one is coming towards us, like that, and then this one is coming out this way, and then maybe, oh, this one's going back like this, and back like this. So basically you're changing your direction. It's a new cylinder every time there's a change of direction. And you can simplify it. Again, it doesn't have to be really nuanced, like kind of what I'm doing here. It's not too nuanced, but you can geometricize it, because the concept is, how do you plot these things in space so you know how they're connected, so that you know how they overlap, how they move in space. That is the trick. Okay, so that's one. That's the first phase. And what you want to really have a sense is of foreshortening. Try to make it so it looks like it's coming toward you. I get a little wacky with the scale changes and the size of the widths of the branches, so you try to unify that. I just made this up, so I wasn't looking at a branch. Obviously, it looks like an octopus robot. Occlusion, having overlap really helps. Of course, line weight helps. And then basically, how you plot the cylinders. And then focus, you can have more detail up here, less back there. That really helps push depth. All of these, we're trying to get as much depth as possible. The next one is cross contour. So like your first assignment, I want you to draw the branch, and then you can use the cylinder construct, but then I want you to finesse it a little bit more, be a little more realistic, and then I want you to do the cross contour like you did with the phase 5 of the second assignment. And the same things apply. You want to have a sense of that you're not flattening your contours like that, but you're really describing the roundness of the form. This is facing this way, and this is facing this way, and this is facing this way, and this is facing this way. Okay, so it's really important that you round out those things and think of not doing the same frequency through the whole thing, but where you're looking more down in a foreshortened space, they're more constricted. When it's less foreshortened, then you can have it more broad, like this right here. Then phase 3 is to try to do one that looks more realistic. That's really incorporating the cylinder construct with the cross contour sensibility, which is going to manifest in how you do the linear value of the shadow sphere. Real clear inside to outside contour. Wherever there's a change of the cylinder here, that means that forms overlapping that one, that forms overlapping that one, overlapping that one. So that kind of sensibility of having these lines mean something when you do something like this, like there's a bend in your knee, okay? That means when you do that is this is a cylinder and then there's a cylinder behind it, but this form is coming behind that. So basically, you're doing that. I'm not focusing on a harsh, outline here. I'm saying this is going back in space there. Oh, and this comes up in space there, and then this comes out at us. Oh, and this comes up, and then this comes out towards us, and then this goes over, and that goes back, and then this comes up towards us, and then etc. like that. So you're really figuring out the directionality of things with this. You can use shadow on a shadow plane. Notice this one doesn't really have an angled axis. It's more straight on, but I'm getting the zig and the zag this way. Using shadow helps place it on the plane, create depth. And you want to use all your depth cues. Overlap, relative size, position on the picture plane, contrast, focus, axis orientation, light and shadow, simple primitives, and perspective is related to axis orientation and picture on picture plane, position on picture plane. So there you go. 3 phases, 3 pages, full pages, all the same branch from different views.